Working with charts in PowerPoint. We can easily create a chart in PowerPoint. On slide 3 here, I'm going to create a chart. You first might want to change the layout of the slide. Home tab, Slides Group, Layout Command, I'm going to choose Title and Content. And when I do, in the second placeholder, you can see 6 images. When I point to this image, Insert Chart, it takes me to Insert Chart dialog box. Perhaps I'll work with a default called Clustered Column. When I click OK, you're going to see 2 windows in view. On the left side is the PowerPoint file, and on the right side it appears that Excel has opened, even though it is truly just a viewer inside of PowerPoint. When I click on, let's say, B1 and type in JAN for January, I'm just going to simply autofill so that I've got the rest of the months of the year. Suppose I want to resize the chart data range. You can see by default it gives me a range from A1 to D5. If I want April, I need to resize the chart data range. When I position my mouse on the bottom right hand corner here, a double-headed diagonal arrow appears. When I click and drag over to the right, I do have now an additional column, and by default it assumes April as the correct piece of data in E1. Take a look at this left side as I'm typing, and you can already see that I've got in my legend these 4 months of the year. Say cans, bottles, and newspaper or newsprint. Boy, I can't type here today. Then watch, well, don't worry, we'll get rid of category 4 right away, but then watch as I start typing in some numbers that the graphing will change. Say 21, 11, 25, February 23, 9, 22, and then April will just pop in 21, 13, and 21. I could doctor up March later if I want to, but you can certainly see how the data is linked to the chart. Suppose I don't want category 4. I resize the chart data range by simply dragging up, and it is not going to include my category 4. And if I want, I can remove this if it's distracting me just by highlighting and pressing delete, and then I don't have to worry about having that data. When I close this window, notice it didn't ask me to save changes, because truly that Excel window did not house an Excel file, any data that needed to be saved. It's actually linked through PowerPoint in its viewer, and it is saved as part of this file. Suppose I want to bring in a chart from Excel. I open up the file that contains the chart and I highlight the chart. I copy, and on slide 3, suppose I want to copy the chart here. So I'm going to remove the old chart, the existing chart, by highlighting it and pressing delete, and even getting rid of the placeholder. And when I right click and choose paste, link, use destination theme and link data. And now I've got my data from my Excel spreadsheet linked to my destination. When I change data in the Excel spreadsheet, and let's make something obvious here, for cans for April, I'll just put in 1,000, press enter. You can expect that inside of PowerPoint that change will be made as well. Personally, since I know Excel rather well, I would probably set up my data in Excel and create a chart there, and then simply do a link into PowerPoint instead of working with PowerPoint's chart tools options. But since we're back at PowerPoint, let me give you a few more examples or ideas of how you can manipulate any chart inside of PowerPoint. Back to the Chart Tools Design tab. Again, you can see those chart styles, so you can work with manipulating the look and feel of that chart. You can work with chart layouts. You could switch the row or column so that you've got your X data switched to Y and Y to X. On the Layout tab of Chart Tools, You can manipulate your chart title if you like, and when you have a chart title, you can decide if you want to center overlay the title, or you can work with my favorite above the chart and type in whatever the name of the chart title you want here. You can certainly work with your legends and decide where you want the legend, at top, left, bottom, etc. Then you've got your axis. Do you want to show the axis left to right, or without labeling, or right to left? Lots of different layout choices. This ribbon, this layout tab, and the design, and for the most part format, look exactly the same as the chart tools, design, layout, and format tabs in Excel. Just to wrap things up when it comes to charts, probably the most favorite choice that people make, at least initially when it comes to charts, is changing the chart type. So back to the Design tab under Chart Tools, in the Type group, change chart type. Go ahead and play, choose pie, exploding pie, or bar, or any one of these choices here, and when you click OK, immediately that chart is going to be changed according to that chart type. Have fun playing!